Welcome to the Rehoboth Baptist Church Sunday School Rewind. This is where we review the Sunday School lesson for each week. Today's lesson was entitled, Do What is Helpful. And our scripture came from 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, verses 23 to 33, and chapter 11, verse number 1. Our key verse was, I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. And that's 1 Corinthians 10th chapter, verse 23b. Our facilitator for today's lesson was our own Deacon James Lyons. How are you, Deacon Lyons?
I am doing wonderful.
Great. Today was a great lesson. Can you let us know some of the important points that you covered in today's lesson and bring out any of the comments that the class may have pointed out as well?
Yes, the lesson began by giving us a overview of what 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, is all about. And it was all about eating meat that was fed to idols. And that you could go to the meat market and purchase the meat. However, you had to make sure that you asked the persons that selling the meat whether the meat was used for sacrifice to idols. Now, one of the things that I brought out and that I read, that this really don't pertain to us, because we are not in a position where we sacrifice any meat to the idol, because there is no idol that we have that we are confronted with today. What we are is that the 2 points. One, everything that we do should be pleasing to God. 2, we should not be a stumbling block to turn away or to force other Christians away from joining the church, joining Christ's army, because that is what it's all about. We are placed here on earth so that we can be disciples. Disciples go out and teach people about the goodness of God. And that is what today's lesson is all about, the goodness of God and the everything that Christ do for us. So, and I hope that everyone walk away with a lesson that they can share with other people.
Wow, that was great, Deacon Lyons. Today's lesson was really a great example and a great reminder that as Christians, we need to always think about, is what we're doing glorifying God? And is what we're doing, is it balancing to build others up and not tear them down? And as you stated, we should not be a stumbling block for someone else. So there are a lot of things that we have freedom to do, but whether or not we should do them is the question that we need to ask. I think someone in the class read a quote that talked about a smart, and I may not have it exactly right, but it was a smart person knows what to say, but a wise person knows whether or not to say it. So we need to be wise. And as that last scripture in our lesson on today said, we need to follow, and this was Paul speaking. He was saying for the people to follow his example as he followed the example of Christ. And that's what we should be doing as well. So thanks again, Deacon Lyons, for walking us through this lesson on today.
I thought it was a very meaningful and blessed lesson. It taught us of what we should be about the welfare of others and not ourselves. That we should never boast on what we do, but we should, let people see the God in us. And we should always try to make it better for our fellow man, and just be thoughtful of others before we speak or think evil or bad or something. Sometimes we need to think twice before you speak. And that's what I have to say. And that's what I took away from the lesson, that we should always try to put, the welfare of others above our own.
On today's lesson, I really enjoyed the Sunday school lesson. And what really stuck with me was that we have to make sure that what we do is for the glory of God. And so not be more concerned about us being right, but doing the righteous thing, and that's making sure that we don't be a stumbling block to somebody else.
And that's it for our Rehoboth Baptist Church Sunday School Rewind on today. We hope that you all enjoy this summary. It's a brief summary of what our lesson was on today. And we hope that you will share this rewind with someone else. You're invited to make comments online. We appreciate your comments. We look forward to hearing what you have to say. And we just look forward to seeing you again here on next week. So thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you on the next rewind.